is going on, guys? It's your boy Breeze coming to you with a new NBA 2K16 tip. Today, guys, I'm going to be going over how to get 1,000 point games or more, of course, in Road to the Finals. Now, we have gotten a few of these games, and jumping right into it, guys, the first thing you're going to want to make sure is the team that you're playing needs to be between an 80 to an 89 overall or even higher, if they're a 90 plus. If they're a 90 plus, obviously, the chances of you blowing them out kind of slim, but it is worth playing, of course, because versus a higher overall team, you do get more points. So, as you can see, this team we're playing, they are an 86 overall, and they're 0-0. However, their record does not matter. It doesn't matter if they have a computer on their team, nothing like that. You just need to make sure that their overall is above 80. Now, there's a few reasons for this. One, we have noticed that you do get more points, and two, the chances of them leaving during the game are a lot more slim. We have noticed that. Teams that are lower overall, they tend to quit a lot sooner. They tend to rage quit. So you just want to make sure you're playing higher overall teams. Now, I know you guys can probably tell already if you haven't. This is going to be a longer video, so sit back, grab your popcorn, and, just pay attention because there's a lot of little details that I'm going to be pointing out throughout this video. Of course, I'm going to have on-screen callouts to help you understand what I'm trying to point out. So that is that. Now, in terms of my team's offense, we run a spread 5 offense, and we run a pretty fast-paced offense. We're trying to score within the first 10 to 15 seconds of the shot clock. We're not trying to really get deep in the shot clock and waste a lot of time. We're trying to score as fast as possible, and we're trying to get out on the break. Now, I'm going to be going over how to run my team's exact offense, just like I did for my Park offense very soon. However, of course, my ProAm offense is a lot more in-depth than my Park offense. So, hope you guys are excited for that video. It should be out later this week. But for this video, guys, I'm really just going to be pointing out the points of emphasis and what it really takes to get those 1,000-point games. So, first things first, when you're in-game, of course, you want to be scoring quick in the half court. But above all, you want to be getting out on the fast break. Now, to get out on the fast break, obviously you need to be getting stops. Now, my team, we run a 3-2 trap. I'm also going to be putting out a video very soon on my team's defense in the Pro-Am, but I do have a video up on my channel on how to run this 3-2 trap. I will link it down below. And we're running a 3-2 trap the whole game. We're looking to trap you and force turnovers and really just speed up your offense. And what that's going to do is, while you may get, an easier bucket here and there, it's a high-risk, high-reward defense. So the high reward is obviously getting out on the break and getting free buckets. So we're running all around the floor, making you think you have an open shot when we're closing out, forcing you to miss, making you think that you have a wide-open man. We're closing out, picking off the pass. Maybe we're double-teaming you up top, ripping you in the double team. So we're just looking to get a lot of turnovers very quickly. Now, you guys don't have to run a 3-2 trap. You can run a man trap, but you guys are just going to want to try to speed up their offense. You want to try to force as many turnovers as possible. You want to try to get out on the break. Now, I don't know if turnovers actually get you points, but I do know that scoring a lot of points while holding them to a lower amount of points does matter, aka the point differential. So, as you guys can see at the half, 75% from the field, 5 of 8 for 3. They have 7 turnovers at the half to our 2. So you also want to make sure you're limiting your team's turnovers. That is huge. And guys, I can't stress it enough. Point differential. You want to be trying to hold the other team to the lowest amount of points possible while scoring the most amount of points possible. You want to be trying to score over 100 a game, and you want to try to hold them to around 50 or less. You don't want them to get the 60. So try to hold them to less than 15 points a quarter and try to score around 25 a quarter. If you can score 25 or more points a quarter and hold them to less than 15, you should be on your way to a 1,000-point game. Now, there obviously is a few more key factors that come into play when trying to get a 1,000-point game, and one of those is your average teammate grade. Now, this is one of the things that I noticed changes based on the team overall you're playing. So if you're playing like a below 80 overall team, if you end the game with all A pluses, you're going to get a lower average teammate grade. That's just how it is. Now, you guys are going to want to make sure you're, of course, all getting A pluses. And again, you want to make sure you're playing a higher overall team, like 80 plus. Because if you're playing a team under 80 overall, you will get a lower average teammate grade score. I don't know why, but that's clearly just how they have it set up. So that way you'll be playing better teams and you'll get rewarded for playing better teams. So make sure you're all getting A pluses. Now, I don't write anything down for these types of videos. I'm really just going off the top of my head. So, of course, I'm going to be putting a lot of callouts up on the screen, so just make sure you're paying attention for those. But really, guys, it all starts in the first quarter. If you get off to a hot start, you can really keep that going, and it's all about momentum. Of course, you can turn around at any point in the game, but your end goal is to hit 100-plus points and hold them under 50. That's really what you want to go for. Now, in terms of your all-around team stats, a lot of people think this matters, but we really haven't noticed a difference. We've had games where we have a guy score a low amount of points and we still hit 1,000 or very close to it. You know, you don't all have to have balanced scoring. You all don't have to be over 10 points, but as long as you have a few guys in there that have really beast stats, it makes up for it. Like every game, I usually have around 30 points, 10 plus assists. Flawless usually has a triple-double. As you can see here, like Supreme Rebels, he has less than 10 points, but, we got guys with great stats. As you can see, we end up with a 10-15 score. I've got 31 points, 13 assists, 14 of 16. Dom has 38. Flawless has a triple-double. We're shooting great percentages. So, as you can see, this is really what you're looking for, just great stats. And as you can see, Kingdom has an A-. We have all A+, and we still got over 1,000. So, we could have gotten an even higher score. And as you can see right here, if you want to pause the video, this is our all-around team stats. I mean, we forced them to 15 turnovers with only having 5. You really don't want to have more than 5 turnovers, we've noticed. And, of course, we just have all-around great stats. So you want to go for a good percentage. Don't turn over the ball too much. Force them to get a lot of turnovers. And as you can see right here, guys, I'm about to show you the most heartbreaking shit you've ever seen. So this was the proof. This was the game that told us, look, we need to play 80-plus overalls every game. This team is 78 overall. I'm not going to show the full highlights. Just look at the bottom right. That's all I have to say. 120 to 53. They scored 2 more points than the last team, and we scored 15 more than the last game. So 120 to 53. This is just sick. Just look at this score, man. I mean, we were done after this. As soon as we saw this score, we didn't have anything left in us for that day. Yeah, so almost 100 less than the other game, and I'm going to show you the side-by-side comparison of the team stats, and you're going to see right here that the 10-15 game wasn't as good as the 9-28 game. The 9-28 game was a little better all around, I'd say, and we just did not get a higher score. We didn't even come close. So that's pretty much proof that the overall team rating does matter. So you guys need to make sure that you are playing teams 80-plus overall. You have to. As you can see in this game right here, this team, they're pretty much the same as the last team. They're 86 overall, and they're 0-0. So I'm going to be showing you the full highlights from this game as well, and just kind of highlighting any other little things that you guys might need to know before I start putting out more in-depth tips on the Pro-Am and how to really put yourself in position to get these 1,000-point games. Because like I said, I'm going to put out a full defensive breakdown guide of how we run our defense and force turnovers. I'm going to be putting out how we run our offense, and I'm going to be putting out how we run the fast breaks. So those are 3 really key tips you guys are want to be looking out for. And before I see any comments saying, oh, Breeze, but if you can just get 1,000-point games left and right, then why aren't you qualified? Well, the answer to that is you probably don't watch my videos, because I have countless amount of games where I can literally show you why we haven't qualified, and it is because of teams quitting out. Bottom line, that is why, and that is why we are exclusively only playing teams 80-plus overall from now on. We are only playing teams 80-plus overall. It does not matter the circumstance. We are not playing any team under 80 overall, because you want to know why? Even though that's the majority of the teams you go up against, most of those teams quit. And when those teams quit, in the third quarter, when you're up by 40 or 50 points, that is a huge heartbreaker, because that means you weren't able to finish the game and get the points you deserve. And plus, even if you did finish the game, you wouldn't even get the points you deserve because they're a lower overall team. So with those 2 things in mind, make sure you're playing higher overall teams. I honestly cannot stress that enough. So let's get back into this gameplay a little bit here. Now, obviously, I'm going to be putting out a full guide on how to run my offense. But really, what I can tell you guys right now is just run your offense as fast as possible while still staying efficient. You still want to be taking good shots, having good ball movement, and you want to take the best shots possible pretty much in every possession. But with that being said, you want to get those best shots possible very quickly. Now, on the break, if you're really feeling it, if you're hot, you might want to swing it out for three when you have a wide open dunk. You might want to take it under the basket, make them think you're dunking, and then run it out to the corner yourself, pop a tray, knock it down. You might want to run some stuff like that just to give yourself those extra points. Because if you saw in that game where we only scored 928, but, we scored 120 points, we made 23 three-pointers, and we were doing a lot of that game. The full highlights from that game are going to come out most likely in the next Pro-Am mix I put together. But as you can see right here at the half, we have 55 points. They only have 25. We shoot a pretty good percentage, made 6 threes, forced them to 12 turnovers while only turning the ball over twice. So that's huge. I mean, if they have over 10 turnovers at the half, you have 55 points. They only have 25. The sky is the limit. Pedal to the metal. Just don't overthink it, guys. And I can't stress that enough. Don't overthink stuff in road to the finals. When you do that, you're hurting your team and you're hurting yourself. Every time you miss a shot, every time they make a BS shot around the rim or make a BS contested shot or just get some bullshit foul call that they didn't deserve, you can't overthink it, because that's one thing that we honestly have a problem with at times is when teams are making a lot of bullshit or they're getting some crazy foul calls or, just stuff like that, we tend to let it get to us a little bit and we tend to overreact, and it can affect our play. We're getting a lot better at not letting it affect us. And when you don't let it affect you, you make plays like that. You get great ball movement going. I mean, that was just some Spurs type shit right there. I mean, it was just a bang, 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 knock down the shot, and then on to the next possession. As you can see right here, Flawless fighting for that board. And we get the lay-in to get us 80 points going into the fourth. So I really can't stress enough, guys. I mean, as you can see right there, again, great ball movement all around the floor. That was a fast break, almost turned into half-court offense, but we ended up finding Chaz across the court, and he got an open shot. So, really, guys, it's just all about good ball movement, all about good spacing, and that's why I can't wait to put out my offensive guide. I mean, it's just really going to change the game, and I can't wait for you guys to try running this offense with your team if it's something that suits your style, because, again, our offense isn't going to suit everyone. And, that's why I'm putting out our offense, because I know it's not going to suit everyone. And I know that it's not for everyone. And it's not something that everyone can run because, some people aren't going to want to run it. Or maybe they just can't because of the players that they have put together on their team. So that's why I'm putting it out. It's just for the people who, run a similar style to us, use our builds, and they want to run an offense similar to ours. And I want to give the best teams the best shot at qualifying, and even some of the lesser teams, the come-ups, I want to get them on the right path to qualifying or becoming a better team, because that's what Win This Gaming was really all about at the end of the day. It's about getting better, becoming a better team, a better player. And as you can see right here, we have 101 points. We're just trying to keep our foot on the gas, and that's another really great tip that I can't stress enough is you want to keep your foot on the gas the whole game. Play the whole game like it's the first quarter, like you're trying to pull away. Just keep playing every possession as hard as you can. Don't even think about the fact that you're up by 60, 70, 50. Don't think about how much you're up by. Just keep going at them as hard as you can. Obviously, that's what's flawed about the system is it's really just based around point scoring, but defense does get rewarded if you hold them to a low amount of points. Right there, we held them under 50 points. If you can do that, if you can hold them under 50 points, go over 100, you should be rewarded, and we get rewarded right here with one of the best scores you can possibly get, 1060 for that game. Unfortunately, the next game, we had a guy lag out. We weren't able to blow the team out. Then the game after that, a team quit. Then the game after that, a team quit. And really, the day just ended up spiraling down and just really going to shit. But that's super unfortunate because we had that 1060 game. If you can pull off a 1060 game, you are in position to qualify, no doubt. As you can see, all around the team stats, amazing. Floss almost had a triple-double. I had my 29 points, 16 assists, 4 steals. My boy Lions went off with 37. As you can see, Chaz 19. Supreme Rebels with 12, almost on a triple-double. Flawless, almost with a triple-double. Had that beast double-double. Our percentage all around was very good. Over 70% from the field. 12 of 16 for 3. We forced them to 21 turnovers while only turning over the ball 5 times, and that got us a 1060 game. So, with that being said, guys, this has been your boy Breeze. I'm signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was long. I know it was kind of all over the place, but that's just kind of my style. You know, I'm an all over the place kind of guy. I don't really set out notes or write a script. I kind of just go with the flow, see what I'm seeing from the clips, and just kind of give you guys the best tips I possibly can off the top of my head. But I will have a full professional offensive breakdown coming out very soon, as well as my defense. If you guys want to see any other types of tips for the Pro-Am or my park or anything 2K related in general, leave a comment down below. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. This has been your boy Breeze. I'm signing out. Peace.